Cozy English Podcast. Relax, listen, and learn.
You know what separates fluent speakers from textbook learners? It's not vocabulary, it's not grammar rules, it's the way they handle time expressions. And I'm about to blow your mind with a secret that changes everything. I'm Ryan from Cozy English Podcast, where we relax, listen, and learn. But today, we're not relaxing. We're revolutionizing how you think about time in English. Here's the truth nobody tells you. When your boss says, "I need this Monday," they're not just giving you a deadline. They're testing your English fluency. Quick shadowing check. Let's practice that phrase because you'll hear it everywhere. Ready? I need this Monday. Say it with confidence. I need this Monday. Perfect. That's the tone bosses use. Now you know what's really happening. When someone says, let's do lunch mid-March, they're speaking in code. And right now, you're probably missing half the message. By the end of this lesson, you'll decode time like a native speaker. You'll understand the psychology behind prepositions. And you'll never sound like a textbook again. Ready? Because what I'm about to teach you will change your English forever. Here's something shocking. Americans drop prepositions when they're comfortable with you. Listen to this transformation. Now, I'm going to say 3 versions of the same message. Shadow each one and feel how the relationship changes with each version. Stranger level, I'll call you on Monday morning. Shadow that. I'll call you on Monday morning. Friend level, I'll call you Monday morning. Notice the difference, I shadow it. I'll call you Monday morning. Family level, call you Monday. Much more casual, shadow it. Call you Monday. Brilliant. Each version revealed a different relationship status. The more comfortable someone is, the fewer words they use. This isn't laziness. This is intimacy psychology. But here's where it gets crazy. In business, the opposite happens. The more professional you want to sound, the more specific you become. Let's practice this professional escalation. Shadow each level, casual version. See you next week. Professional version, I'll follow up early next week. Executive version, I'll circle back with you by close of business Tuesday. Did you feel the authority building? Executives use a time as power language. They're not just scheduling, they're establishing dominance. Time for a reality check. I'm going to give you 3 scenarios. Each one tests a different fluency level. Let's see where you really stand. Scenario 1. You're texting a close friend about weekend plans. I'll give you 2 options. Shadow the one that sounds more natural to your ear. Option A. Are you free on Saturday? Option B, you free Saturday? If you chose option B, you're thinking like a native. Close relationships drop unnecessary words. Let's practice that natural version again. You free Saturday? That's perfect. Casual English. Scenario 2. You're emailing a client about a deadline. Again, 2 options. Shadow the more professional one. Option A, I'll send the report Friday. Option B, I'll deliver the report by end of day Friday. Option B wins every time. Professional English uses precise time boundaries. Practice that executive phrase. I'll deliver the report by end of day Friday. That sounds incredibly professional. If you got both right, you're ready for advanced patterns. If not, don't worry. Most B1 students struggle with context switching. But here's the breakthrough. Once you understand that English changes based on relationships and power dynamics, everything clicks. Let me share something that changed my perspective on teaching English. Native speakers don't follow rules, they follow feelings. When we say it's a Monday kind of day, we're not talking about the calendar. We're expressing an emotional state. Let's practice these emotional time expressions. Shadow each one with the right feeling. Excited tone. I can't wait for vacation in July. Feel that excitement? Shadow it. I can't wait for vacation in July. Dreading tone. I have that presentation in July. Feel the anxiety. Shadow it. I have that presentation in July. Same month, same preposition, completely different energy. Advanced speakers use time to communicate emotions, not just schedules. Here's another fluency breakthrough. Professional English has its own time vocabulary. Instead of saying specific dates, executives speak in quarters, phases, and periods. Time for executive language practice. Shadow these business phrases, basic level. The project starts in January. Professional level, we're targeting a first quarter launch. Executive level, we're looking at early fiscal year implementation. Each level communicates different things about your business sophistication. Now, let me expose the biggest fluency trap. Textbook English teaches you to be precise. Native English teaches you to be strategic. Sometimes vagueness is more powerful than accuracy. Compare these two approaches. Shadow both and feel the difference. Precise version, I'll call you at 3:30 p.m. on Tuesday. Strategic version, I'll touch base with you early in the week. The second option gives you flexibility while sounding completely professional. This is advanced communication psychology. Here's something fascinating about American versus British English. Let's practice both versions. American style, Monday through Friday. British style, Monday to Friday. When you choose your prepositions, you're choosing your cultural identity. The most advanced pattern, using time to create urgency without being direct. Let's practice diplomatic pressure. Direct version, I need this immediately. Advanced version, if we could get this by close of business today, that would be phenomenal. That's diplomatic English at its finest. Let's practice this in contexts that actually matter. I'm going to walk you through 3 high-stakes situations where time mastery makes or breaks your credibility. Situation 1. Job interview scheduling. Let's compare weak versus strong responses. Weak response. I can meet you on Monday at 2 p.m. Strong response, I'm flexible Monday afternoon and could work around your schedule. The strong version shows professionalism and accommodation. You're not just available, you're adaptable. Situation 2. Project deadline negotiation. Again, weak versus strong. Weak approach. I need more time. Strong approach. If we could push this to midweek, I could deliver something more comprehensive. Notice how the strong version focuses on quality improvement, not personal limitations. Situation 3. Social plans with native speakers, awkward versus natural. Awkward version. Are you available on Saturday in the evening? Natural version. Want to grab dinner Saturday night? The natural version uses casual time language that builds connection instead of creating distance. Here's something crucial. Native speakers use time expressions to test your cultural integration. Let's practice reading between the lines. Polite rejection, let's do coffee sometime. Real invitation, let's grab coffee Tuesday morning. The specificity indicates genuine intent. This is cultural fluency. Here at Cozy English, we believe real fluency happens when you stop translating and start thinking. and time expressions are where this transformation becomes obvious. Most students translate time from their native language. They think about Wednesday in their language, then convert it to English. This creates a processing delay that native speakers notice. Fluent speakers think directly in English time concepts. They don't translate Wednesday, they feel Wednesday. Let's practice thinking in English time. Wednesday energy, it's a Wednesday kind of morning. Friday energy, thank God it's Friday. Feel the difference in energy? That's cognitive fluency. But here's the real breakthrough. Advanced speakers use time expressions to control conversations. They create rhythm, build anticipation, and manage expectations. Listen to this progression and shadow the dramatic building. I have some news. I'll tell you tomorrow. Actually, I can't wait. Let me tell you now, time expressions created dramatic tension. This isn't just communication. This is performance. The highest level of fluency. Using time expressions for persuasion. Let's practice influence techniques, creating urgency. If we move quickly on this opportunity, showing respect. When you have a moment, gentle pressure at your earliest convenience. These aren't just polite phrases, they're influence techniques disguised as scheduling language. Look at what just happened. You didn't just learn about days and months. You discovered the psychology behind English time expressions. You understand how relationships affect prepositions. You know how professionals use time language for power and influence. This is transformational learning. You're not memorizing rules anymore. You're internalizing patterns that change how you think in English. Most importantly, you now understand that fluency isn't about perfection. It's about appropriateness, knowing when to be precise, when to be vague, when to be formal, when to be casual. Let's end with one final power phrase. Shadow this with complete confidence. I understand English time culture. Say it like you mean it. I understand English time culture. Perfect. You have the tools to sound natural in any time-related conversation. From job interviews to casual chats, from business negotiations to social planning. That's another mind-expanding lesson from Cozy English Podcast where we relax, listen, and learn the patterns that transform your English. You've just mastered time expressions at a level that most advanced students never reach. Remember, English isn't just about words. It's about psychology, culture, and strategic communication. And you just leveled up in all three areas. Until next time, relax, listen, and learn. I'm Ryan, and this has been Cozy English Podcast.